Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. A storm system that is right now near Thief River Falls points just south has prompted the National Weather Service to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. This storm capable of some significant hail as it works its way to the north and east. Now, if you've seen my updates tonight, there's a little bit of spin in the lower atmosphere, so tornadoes cannot be ruled out. But this storm, the warning is for 1-inch diameter hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The storm update from the Weather Service says this: parts of extreme north-central Red Lake County. It's mainly up in Pennington County. It does include portions of eastern Marshall County. It's in effect until 8:30. Now, the warning is for the storm. It's located right over the Hazel area, moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. And again, the main risk is going to be hail and gusty winds. We'll go ahead and take a look at the latest with regards to the radar on this storm, as temperatures there are 87 degrees in Thief River Falls. Zooming in, you can see that this storm system is just on the outside of town. See a little bite taken out of the storm in a couple of different places. That is an inflow area of the storm. And let's take a look at the hail core right now over Highway 59. A little bit of lightning taking place with this thunderstorm cell. And the loop of radar data showing that this cell has made its way out of the Red Lake County area and making its way to the north and east. So generally moving into the eastern and southern parts of the Pennington County area. And you can kind of see this part of the storm right here starting to take on characteristics of what we call a supercell thunderstorm with some spin. Let's take a look at the velocity with regard to this particular storm here. We're not seeing a lot of reds next to blues. That's a good sign right there, but let's keep our eyes on that as we see this storm continually passing off to the north and east. So that is not a risk right now. I'm not seeing a worry for anything tornadic at this particular time with the storm. As the crow flies, this storm from Plummer, the hail core is only 7 miles to the north of Plummer, northwest of Plummer. Okay, and from Thief River Falls, the hail core right here now, we're talking about the center of the hail core, is 9.85 miles to the south and east of town, moving away from you. So if you are in Thief River Falls, you're in a better spot. The warning is not in your vicinity, or it's in your vicinity, but the warning is not for you. It's mainly just areas south and east of town on the Highway 59 corridor. This storm is, however, moving in the general direction of Goodridge. And a look at the latest storm movement showing it moving off to the east-northeast at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and do a little measurement for you, give you an idea of when the hail core will be pushing into Goodrich, moving at that speed of about 25 miles per hour. 15 is what the last update said. So portions of the storm are reforming and moving out. It kind of confuses the radar a bit. Here is a look at that latest look. We're looking at Goodrich being in your area in about 25 minutes. We have a cell also forming up over the Grigla area we'll get to in just a minute. So again, a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch diameter hail and gusty straight line winds to 60 miles per hour as we go into the evening hours. Let's see if we have any storm reports from this storm as of yet. We'll plot stuff here in the last 6 hours for you and see. Nope, I have not gotten any measurements from stuff. Let me check the National Weather Service's chat room here and see. Yep, downburst likely with this storm, which means some very strong gusty winds, something that we're expected from the storm as it's basically working its way across Pennington County now. So if you're in Red Lake County, the warning is in effect for your area, but you can actually see that the main hail core of that storm is exiting. This little area that has the notch taken out of it, though, we'll be watching that for development. Like I said, there is a little bit of spin in the lower atmosphere today. Elsewhere, we have a storm system that's working its way through Lake of the Woods County right now, heading on the Highway 11 corridor toward Williams. That cell is moving off to the northeast at a little bit faster clip up there of about 35 to 40 miles per hour, 38 miles per hour to be exact on the latest measurement, non-severe there. Now, someone asked if the storms are going to make their way into Grand Forks. You can see this little faint green line right here. That is the boundary that these storms are forming on tonight. So the chances for Grand Forks to see storms would be anything that forms down here, and it will be blowing up in your general direction. However, look at those surface winds These surface winds up to the north and west are from the northwest. So keep that in mind. We do have scattered showers pushing into Winkler right now. Those showers are non-severe, not much in the way of lightning associated with those. We're going to take a quick peek from the Minnesota DOT road map here and take a look at that Pennington County Thief River Falls area camera that they have up there. And again, these cameras are mainly tuned to watching for road conditions. So you see this one is hot, pointed at the road as it should be in the winter months. Now you're looking to the north of town here. Let's see what we see when we look to the south. It's a little bit difficult to see anything of significance from that particular view. We have another view from the camera that is near Goodrich. Let's see if it can see what's coming its way. As we take a look at that, just the smoky haziness of the atmosphere that's been a part of our day over the last several days with the smoke. Now let's go to the south of the storm. This is near the Brooks area and point south and see, again, these are not necessarily pointed directly up at the clouds, but we're having a difficult time seeing anything of significance from those particular cameras there. So we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. It is mainly in Pennington County in the extreme southeastern quadrant of Marshall County. It does not include Grigla at this time. We'll see if this storm continues to maintain its intensity as it works its way to the northeast. The risk of severe thunderstorms tonight is not high, but if they do form, we'll have to watch out for hail, number one, some gusty straight line winds, and we cannot rule out an isolated tornado tonight, just as a precaution, because we have to keep our mind in the sense that the atmosphere does have some spinning in the lower parts of it. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Severe thunderstorm warning areas south of Thief River Falls. If you are in the area near the Goodrich area, the storm is on the doorstep for you and will be there shortly. As the crow flies, the hail core is just about 5.5 miles from you. If you're in Goodrich, you probably or possibly getting some rain in the area. And if you have time here, you do have a little bit of time with the storm movement. You'll want to get the vehicle in the garage. Stay away from windows on the south and the west side of the home. That's where the winds will be coming from. And again, the movement of the storm at about 25 miles per hour has that hail core pushing into Goodrich in 17 minutes. So it'll be basically just after around 8:10 or so. So keep that in mind. The hail core is moving in your general direction. Taking one more look at the velocity just because we got to keep our eyes on that. Let me go to this one. And I still say we're looking pretty good as far as spin on the storm goes. It's a long ways from the radar. The radar's looking at a pretty a higher slice out of the cloud. It's not looking at what's happening right underneath the cloud, which is what we like to keep our eyes on, both for precipitation purposes as well as any spin in the storm. So that's a look at what's going on right now. Let me take a look and see if we have any comments here. Thanks, Deborah. We have already had a small storm. It rained good, and it's still thundering in Thief River. Had 4 sprinkles of rain in Minot. 4 sprinkles. Okay, Brenda, thank you for your report. Also, more hail expected in High Landing. Bye-bye shingles. Oh, no, that's not good. Protect the outdoor animals. Yeah, that's, sometimes we wonder how they make it through, but just like us, we have these things that we like to do during storms that kind of help keep us out of harm's way, so the animals out there have a way. Farmers in that area don't need hail, I know, and there's been a ton of storms down near Gary, just decimating some crops down there. This storm is going to be capable of some hail heading into the Goodrich area. Watching from Jamestown, any storms heading your way. The models do not detect that. We'll go over that in just a minute. Looking for more comments here. I'll get to your question there, Brenda. I think that's an important one. And Cheryl joining from Park Rapids. What about Detroit Lake, says Brenda. So I'll take you on a gander of one forecast model here. And let me go ahead and pop a look at this here. Pardon me while I move a couple things around my window screen. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do now, you're looking at the latest storm warning. We're going to pull up the latest forecast model right here, and we're going to go to the model guidance page so you can see the time. This is an hourly updated model. That means every hour it updates with the latest version. Let's see what this one says. It really has nothing in the area of that particular storm at the current time. Let's go ahead and see what it's saying. There it is. So, this one has storms in Roseau County, and then it has some building down into portions of Pennington County and moving to the north and east. Now, if you're asking about the Jamestown area, this particular model, which isn't starting, in my opinion, off very well, and it's not giving me a lot of confidence in its solution. There is a batch of some showers out working towards Bismarck. This model says that some of those will, in fact, develop over the Highway 200 corridor here, not far from Carrington and the Cooperstown area, and push up toward the Grand Forks area, north of Jamestown. You could see some showers or thunder showers there. Watching from Jamestown, okay, Fergus Falls. Look at these models here. Here's Lakes Country, Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls. And even as we go through the late night hours here, things stay fairly quiet. Not the case, though, on that boundary. The boundary, as we've been talking about, between the very sizzling hot air in Fargo and the much cooler air in the Devil's Lake Basin, lives right here, and that's where the storms are more likely to form. I'm going to look at one more model for you so you could kind of take a look at what it is Hutch is watching. A couple of different models I'll show you. There are definitely more available to look at here, but these are some quick ones that I can show you, and here's the latest update from this one. Now, this one is called the North American model. And it shows storms blasting right now. Look at the time on this, 6 at night. We're already at 8 o'clock, blasting through Grand Forks, which just simply didn't happen, and working their way off through the area of concern right now. And look at the movement of those storms kind of to the south and in towards Bagley and whatnot. So we'll keep our eyes on this. At this model here, definitely more widespread and robust with thunderstorm activity, but I don't buy either one of these. They're not handling the current situation very well, but it is challenging, so we'll keep you informed there. That's a look at your weather. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. As always, stay informed. You can get the latest right on my brand new website, hutchesweather.com. Why don't you log in? Let me know in the comments here what you think, and also what you notice. And if you do have photos of any hail or anything like that, I invite you to upload your photos on the upload part of the page right here. Is what it looks like. You click the little upload button. It's blue in the upper right-hand corner, and you can share your pictures of hail or anything atmosphere related. So we appreciate you very much. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I'll check back in a little bit later. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Pennington and southeastern Marshall County, Minnesota for now.